We're close. We're almost there. NERDSoul. LeIllKid at OneYoungsta, holding it down, bringing that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people, today? Oh yeah, we coming with another wonderful episode of That's Right On Screen. Not gonna waste no time because we are heading towards the end of the first season of Star Trek Discovery. And honestly, I am glad to see the crew back. And to get a little reprieve, just a touch, to just kind of sort of celebrate their win. Because it's obviously a big deal to get back from another dimension or another universe back to your universe safe and sound. To a certain degree, I mean, the ship got some problems, but they're all there in one piece. And that's a big win. I mean, some people could have been locked over there and just killed because, of course, we find out the fate of the other ship that they swapped places with ended up mad dead. So it's good to see them kind of just like, all right, we're getting back into the motions where we got a little resting and we're not under the gun right now. And this is where we get to see Saru and Michael have a nice talk while they're strolling through the halls, and we get to see how their bond has become even stronger than the beginning of the season. Because at the beginning of the season, it was almost like they were playing against each other and competing against each other for like the number 1 or the number 2 spot or whatever, because both of them had, ideas and plans to be, of course, the next captain. And now it seems like they have created this almost like this brother-sister relationship where he's got her back, she's got his. They have a better trust about each other. And I love that about the show. Also, I like the fact that Ash is hopefully over the whole Valk thing. L'Rell took Valk out of his mind. So now he's back to normal. And it's good where you have a good situation where he's been able to say, I'm sorry, and really kind of just appeal to everyone and say, look, I was there physically, but he was in control, but I still want to apologize to like Stampets. And then especially Michael, just the emotional connection that they still have. Hopefully sometime in the future, maybe in the next season, maybe they can kind of rekindle the relationship that they had, because I did like what they shared. So I thought that was pretty dope for him to actually come back and say, hey, I'm gonna own what I did, even though I wasn't in full control, but I should have told you guys something was wrong when I had the chance. Another thing we get to learn is the time that has been lost since they've been gone. And 9 months, of course, the information that we were supposed to get of the cloaking and all that has been utilized to a great degree on the Federation. And the Federation has been getting slaughtered, B. Like, they've lost over 1/3 of their fleet and they are continuing to lose. I mean, we even find out at the end that the starbase has been taken. It has the crest of the Klingon on it, of one of the houses on it. So just to see how bad something can get in such a short amount of time it almost drags everybody down in the episode. And the Admiral is doing a good job of kind of bringing everybody up to speed and sort of staying, upbeat if you can. And I like the idea of the killing game between the Admiral and, of course, the Emperor and, of course, Zarek, with their conversations about how to handle this war, how to go further, and the Emperor being like, yo, I can tell you how I got rid of them in my universe, but at the same time, the Empire is much different than the Federation. But I think we're finding out more and more that the Federation is going to definitely have to change their whole we come in peace idea to win this war. And will winning this war change them? I guess we'll see. But of course, there's tons of other stuff to get to that I love to touch on, that I was really digging this episode, and I'm glad that we are almost there at the finale. But before we go any further, of course, KURO brand will help us pay them bills. Oh yeah, that's right. Check that link below for KURObrand.com. Hats, shirts, hoodies, all that jazz. And once you find something you like, of course, cop it. Now, I did want to speak about L'Oreal real quick because they do come to her and talk to her about the houses, about how the unity that Takuvma was thinking of didn't really happen, and now they're kind of still fragmented, and being a one Klingon people still doesn't exist. And how she has to come to grips with the fact that what she worked so hard for maybe isn't ever gonna happen. And also for the Admiral to understand that war is never gonna end. Like there's never gonna be peace between Klingons and Human Federation. I mean, there could possibly be, well, I mean, we know in the future with other, seasons of Star Trek that there's a kind of live and let live situation, but humans and Klingons have never been super cool on each other. But I do like that they dropped that in, that war never ends. There's always a battle for something, regardless of whether you think it's peacetime or not. Now, I did want to drop in a little bit on Tilly because I love, and this is for everybody. Everybody has had a wonderful arc, but Tilly was another one of those that was annoying to me at the beginning of this season. And now I really enjoy her presence. She's become a very competent and very nurturing person on this crew. Because, in the scene where Ash comes in and is eating by himself, she could have just let him eat by himself. But her action now as a leader in motion and in action has led other people to accept Ash back into the fold as well. Now, of course, you killed some people, so it's not like we can give you free reign. They got lock on his arm, but it's nice that we're at least willing to leave the door open to at least talk to you, to be around you, and they're not treating him like, some kind of redheaded stepchild, no pun intended, with Tilly. Now, before I blaze out of here, I do want to touch on Michael and her relationship with Giorgio. They have a great conversation about how they are not each other's, missing parts, but maybe in the missing spaces and the missing words and the paused breaths between that conversation, maybe they can find each other in this situation. Maybe this situation can help them become what each of them needed, and hopefully, because by the end of this episode, we don't know exactly what's gonna happen because Giorgio has now been brought back as captain, and they kind of made it seem like she never died, but now she's back as captain, and the look on her face, we're not sure if she's there to help us out or help herself out. So I'm worried about that to a certain degree, but I do think that they need each other, and I think that they realize that they need each other to a certain degree. So hopefully that's a positive direction for their relationship. Lastly, I just want to say I'm glad the spores are back. I'm always happy to see, the spores and the network regenerated because, of course, the Discovery is going to have to travel all around, especially with this new planet jump plan they got to jump inside the Klingon planet. That is crazy. But, hey, if anybody can do it, the Discovery can do it. So we shall see if this works or not. Hopefully it works. But if it doesn't work, it'll be fun to see how they get out of that situation because I'm pretty sure being behind enemy lines will not be fun. So guys, holla at me, I'ma holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk about Star Trek Discovery because guess what? The finale is almost here. So guys, holla at me at thatnerdsoul.com. That's where you can find all my videos from the oldest, newest, latest, greatest, and all that. Then hit up shop.thatnerdsoul.com and pick yourself up a t-shirt, player. And don't forget to get one for them playettes. Then come back here, like, comment, subscribe, and share that Nerd Soul. That's right, there's no better way that I can show people that you like what you are watching. So, of course, LA, what up? VA, what up? RBA, you got my heart. And please be good to yourselves. Please be good to each other. And remember, there's always a chance for redemption. Always. Peace.